Alright, what's going on, guys? Austin here doing another little race recap. We just had the Circuit of the Americas go on in F1 this past Sunday. Great race, honestly, very straightforward. So, enjoy the recap. So, one thing I did not know about the course was that going into turn one is the steepest hill or climb, if you will, that an F1 car has to make, which I had no clue about. Really cool zone, but you can see it here. Here's the track that they were on, and it really is. I mean, they were talking a lot about kind of the bumpiness that's going on because they hold a ton of different races there. It's not just an F1 track, so and the commentators were saying how that just really, the driver has to be skilled. It's not just a flat surface where the car can do all the work, but the driver has to equally put in the effort in order to succeed. So we're going to look at on the left we have the qualifying, how the top 10 qualified, and on the right we have how the top 10 finished. So podium, same. Nothing new happened there. Between Verstappen and Hamilton, really it was just different strategies. Max, they kind of pitted to get on the different tires earlier. Lewis stayed out a little bit longer. They were so close towards the end, any strategy could have won. I think Max just drove better on the day. That's all it was. Really where you get a little bit of, where the qualifying and finish time, where they finished differentiates is he had the mid-tier. So Ferrari split up a little bit. Leclerc fourth, just like how he qualified. But Sainz dropped back 2 places to 7th. Ricardo up, a place to 5th. Knew Valtteri was going to make his way up there. I mean, there's just no denying that. He's in that Mercedes. So, 9th to 6th, I'm sure Toto would have wanted something a little more. But, hey, starting 9th isn't easy. So, I'm not sure what's going on with Norris lately. It's been a little lackluster on the performances. But, he's a phenomenal driver. He's just a young kid. He just has to find his groove again. That's it. Shout out to Sonoda. Made up a place in 9th. That's huge for him. Honestly, was not expecting that. And Vettel crushed it. I mean, he started back of the grid because of car adjustments that he made. So for him to come all the way up, just huge. He has the most overtakes this season by a good amount, and this just added to that, definitely. But again, nothing too shocking in this top 10. It's who you expect. Red Bull killed it. I mean, they're just working their way up. They found their groove, especially Perez. Them two together, once Perez finally, now that he's finding his groove, they're going to be unstoppable. All right, now tuning into the updated driver standings. I mean, no changes here. Verstappen grew his lead, but I mean, still only what is that, 12 points? So, we still have 6 races, I believe, left. So, still anyone's title, really. Perez really closed on Valtteri, which is huge for Red Bull. Perez passed Norris. Leclerc's working his way up, putting a little gap on Sainz. If Norris keeps having these races and Leclerc keeps, doing P5 or better, I mean, I could easily see Leclerc passing him. I also could see Perez, now that he found his groove, passing Valtteri, which I know Red Bull would be ecstatic about. And then I really think that the rest is set in stone. Sainz is going to be above Ricardo, who's going to be above Gasly, who's going to be above Alonso. So, and then, this is a quick one, but we'll just move on to the Constructor Standings. Red Bull's closing that gap. Not driver of the day, but just Perez finding his groove is huge for Red Bull, and I know they're taking advantage of it. However, my favorite battle, McLaren and Ferrari, 3.5 points away now. Insane. Ferrari, they're consistent, Sainz and Leclerc. I mean, Leclerc's historically this season been better than Sainz, but they're still closer to each other in ability than Norris and Ricciardo are. And I think in these last 6 races, that's really going to show. So I foresee Ferrari going above McLaren. I mean, that's just how it is. Then, of course, nothing new down here. Shout out to Alpine, middle of the pack. Poor Haas, still rooting for them. Hopefully they get at least 1 point this season. But, Mercedes still has a sizable lead because Valtteri, especially beginning of the season, really was just up there with Hamilton all the time. But if he keeps having car issues, keeps starting back in the grid, who knows? But, when it came down to it, really glad we got to see Verstappen and Hamilton battle, because it's been a while. Each of them have been like starting different places due to penalties and stuff. So the fact that they were both, starting 1-2, like what you would expect, was really great to see that battle again, and it really does make the race more interesting. Yeah, so that was huge. Shout out to phenomenal F1 racing. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the race. Yeah, let me know if the race went on a few more laps, if Mercedes would have won, because actually I saw this on Formula One's Instagram, F1's Instagram. The gap between the two, I mean, so tight. And then right here at lap 41, Lewis was behind a ton, what is that, 1.75, we'll say, seconds. And then he closed that gap. Slowly, I was looking at it wrong. Oh, silly me. Okay. So, what I meant to say was, he was way out here with the pits, but then, he just, I don't know, he crushed it. So, I don't know, if you think a few more laps, if, Hamilton would have kept making up that progress, who knows? Let me know. Let me know who you think in the end, these last 6 or 5 races that we have, who's gonna take the cake. I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed, and catch you next race. See ya.